sends it. In this game, that matchup at the guard position, that is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at point guard. Clock is at 3. For 3, Edwards. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. George passes to Embiid. Over Conley. And Embiid gets it to go.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality, so we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Devin?
Thanks so much, David. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
And here's Maxey. After Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer, moves back up to the right side. Grimes passes to Yabusele. Here's Maxey. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Edwards can't hit. The 76ers are gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Conley, the pass to Edwards. And a missed layup.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Stolen away. Three-pointer by Embiid. Gobert pulls it in. And now the Timberwolves on the break. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Outside for George. Bangs home the trifecta.
You've got to be in Paul George's shooting space in order to make him uncomfortable. You give him anything easy, look out.
Timberwolves passing it around. Randall with a screen for Edwards. The 3. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. Boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Misses the wing 3.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
George way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. He's shot ready. Nicely done.
It's Edwards on the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Edwards got his second bucket tonight.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, McDaniels. Paul George missing from long range. A nice shot by McDaniels.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And George gets to Yabusele. No good from outside. opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Edwards, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jordan, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Randall.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Second team foul.
And so it's Minnesota with it. 4-point game. The shot and game clock separated by 4. McDaniels passes to Gobert. McDaniels kicks to Randall. Pass to McDaniels. And here's Gobert. Over in the corner, Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Ring shot on the way. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court for Minnesota, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Naz Reid. Then it's Miller, and it's Ingles in at the 3. Here's Reid. Drills it from outside. Reid's got the first basket of the second quarter for Minnesota.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
To the middle. Oubre on the wing. Drummond with a screen on Ingles. Good on the shot.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
There's the triple. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
So you've got to chase Joe Ingles off that three-point line because he is lethal.
Stolen by Reid. Here's Alexander Walker. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Offensive rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. The wide open look here for Ingles. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. 76ers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. It's stolen by Ingles. Now Reid from outside the arc hits it from 3-point range. Reid's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
For 3, Oubre. Pass to McCain. Here's Doughton. They get it again. Oubre outside for three. Dalton with the bucket. Dalton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Oubre passes to Dalton. Back to Oubre. Here's McCain. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
From deep Ingles. And he's good on the three ball. Ingles has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this guy's a tireless competitor. What an answer from distance by Joe Ingles.
Pass to McCain. Oubre outside. From the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Reeves got his 5th rebound in this one. Miller outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the line for him here. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Miller.
Both free throws good for Miller.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Drummond sets the screen for Oubre. He gets it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
29.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from George.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Abusele out there with Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Tries again. Conley kicks to McDaniels. Conley, the pass to Randall. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Embiid inside the line. That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
What a slick look by Paul George. Defense expecting him to shoot, but he decides otherwise.
Edwards, no good.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Here's George. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. Timberwolves trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lob pass to George. It's stolen by Randall. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. And he makes good on the layup.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
The 76ers leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Out outside, George. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
And Ingles over to help. Back to Oubre. Edwards with the screen for Oubre. Another shot. Shakes him. Drummond passes to Downton. 76ers with the new shot clock. Oubre for three. Buries the long-range jumper. Oubre's got 8.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets a shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
Oubre with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Bobbed up there for Edwards. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong penalty.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Drummond in the post. He's against Reed. He had his back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Ingles. 6 points for him. Reed with the screen on Oubre. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre. Here's Reed. Launches a 3. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. Here's Doughton. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Pass to Oubre. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Oubre's got 5 points now this quarter. Alexander Walker on the wing. 3-pointer. No good on that one. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 76ers on top, leading by 7. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Miller, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Reed, and it's Ingles in at the 3. Edwards kicks to Drummond. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. A 3 for DiVincenzo. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the 3-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. The shot by George, wide open. Hands it from downtown. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers. Embiid with the steal. It's deflected, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. George looking over the floor. McDaniels knocks it loose. Now here's Gobert. Conley, the pass to Gobert. For three, Edwards. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Into the lane. It's stolen by Edwards. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Gobert with a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. George passes to Grimes. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 9. McDaniels finds Gobert. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Maxey. Offline with his 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Randall dishes to Gobert. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Gets a very good look and converts.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
In the corner, George with it. For the 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Takes a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. George, that's a 2-pointer. Fires from the wing. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
The open shot, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
George, that shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Well, you expect Paul George to either take it right to the cup or shoot the 3. You give up that in-between space, and he hits the mid-range.
For 3, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Knocked away. Minnesota shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensive. Fires for 3. Kept alive. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
That's about trusting your guy in the clutch. Julius Randle embracing a tough opportunity.
Embiid kicks to Maxey. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, and it's no good.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Gobert the pass to McDaniels. Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Edwards with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Buries it from outside. Here's Yabusele. No good. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close. Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For great.
Like a lopsided matchup. But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
Yeah, that is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Stevens in at the 3, the small forward. The rebound by Edey. Jackson surveying the D. Fader on the way. On target from range.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
Morant against Maxey. Pass to Embiid from behind the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Edey for 3. The rebound by Yabusele. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And what a breakout 4th year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
George for 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Memphis has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. On the wing, Bane. Edey for 3. Philadelphia grabs the miss. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse, and we discussed his plan for Ja Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. PA?
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Grizzlies ball.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Payne surveying the D. It's rebounded by George. The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Maxey. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, BA. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Now here's Morant. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last.
Memphis ball.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Edey. The wide open shot is on the money.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? That's a trick question. You don't.
Maxey passes to Grimes. To the wing, right side. Here's Maxey. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, Maxey goes hard at the inside D, basically taking away their good options.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
For 3, George. Here's Grimes. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. Pass to Edey. Puts up a 3. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
3 points.
Edey's got 5.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Here's Yabusele, defended by Jackson. For 3, Maxey. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bane. Rebound by the 76ers.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's good for 2. Give him 8 points now.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Embiid misses. 2 for 1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Pass to Stevens. There's the triple. Paul George pulls it in. The Sixers trailing. Here's Grimes. Back to Maxey. Fires from deep. For 3, George. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Jackson outside. Nails it from 3.
Jaren Jackson Jr. for 3.
8 seconds left to play in the first. 3-pointer Embiid. It's been all about Jaren Jackson for Memphis. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
On the court for the Grizzlies, we've got Luke Kennard, Santi Aldama out there with Jackson, and it's Pippen in at the 1.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Launches it. Kicks it out to Kennard. The 3 ball. Doesn't go for him.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
The shot by Drummond, no good. Memphis leading. Jackson with it. Oubre picks him up. Here's Pippen. Pass to Aldama. Jackson outside. From the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. Edwards with it. Inside. Here's Drummond. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Aldama. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
Grizzlies ball.
Here's Pippen. No made baskets yet. Here's Huff. Pure from 3-point range.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Philadelphia has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. A nice shot by McCain.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Counted from distance. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Good on the bucket. Dowden's got his first points of the night. The Grizzlies have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. And stolen by Edwards. And now the Sixers on the break. And he lobs it up top. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Here's Huff. They get it back. Aldama outside. Three-pointer. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Aldama's got 6 points.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that." To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. Let's go with a 3. Here's Drummond. The kick out to Edwards. Hits the trifecta. And now it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Uncovered. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Oubre from the arc. Aldama grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 4. Kennard way outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Doughton sinks the tray. Doughton's got 5 points in the quarter.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Drummond. Back to Oubre. To the inside. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. And the dunk by Jackson.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. The kick out to Edwards. Drummond to screen on Jackson. Edwards, the pass to Drummond. And stolen by Jackson. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Kennard on the wing. Fires the 3. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Doughton. Now Drummond. Outside Oubre. With 1 on the clock. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Sixers ahead, up 5. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel, you got out to an early.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, how about Jaren Jackson? An impressive effort here today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
They've got Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the 2nd half. The Sixers lead by 7. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
George's shot is off. Well, the Grizzlies shooting 36% for the game. Not great. The three from Bain. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, if you let him shoot freely, you're going to give up a lot of trays.
Maxey against Morant. Maxey passes to George. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. The three from Bain. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bain.
That was an, okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see misconnections like that too often.
Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Out to the right wing. Here's Embiid. And the baseline jumper goes down. Embiid's got 7 points in the game.
In the mid-range, Embiid is pretty confident. He goes right up and drains that jump shot with ease.
Maxey against Morant. Morant elevates at the rim.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
It's tipped. And he's going for the lob. Jackson outside. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more. And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bain has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bain was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Outside Bain. They set the pick. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
George's shot is off.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Outside Morant for the lead. Oh, a bomb from Ja.
When Ja is knocking down that three consistently, it takes his game to a different level. Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
76ers foul.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. Some changes for Memphis.
Second team foul.
1:46 left in the third quarter. Aldama outside. Pass to Pippen. All sorts of time. Rebound by Philadelphia.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Huff. They get it back. Jackson outside. Gets the three to fall. Jackson's got 5 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Pippen pass to Huff. And the ball out of play. The Sixers will have it.
Sixers ball.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. From deep. Here's Drummond. It's tipped. Aldama outside. Kicks it out to Kennard. Pass to Pippen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jackson. Sends it home from three-point land. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track. Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's the pick. Kennard for 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Memphis ahead, up by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey. And it's Stevens in at the small forward position. Pass to Grimes. Shot from the wing. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 8 rebounds in the game. Oh, it's stolen. In transition, here they come. Throws it up. Ooh, Embiid finishes the lob in style.
That's a big target for Samara Roots. Embiid using that size.
And there's the screen from deep Bain. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey.
Philadelphia ball.
76ers trail by 6. Outside Maxey puts up a 3. The rebound by Jackson.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Can't hit that one. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. George for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. There's a screen. Lets it go from the wing. Morant with the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
That play is Morant's ball handling talents pretty much in a nutshell. Fast, smooth, and very effective.
Pass to Stevens. The ball's knocked loose. George with it. He's picked up by Bain. Maxey on the wing. This one for 3.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is lurking, more than just capable of sending it back.
Here's Stevens. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Yabusele. The 3-ball. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Memphis leading by 8. Outside Morant. Jackson with a screen on Maxey. And here's Morant outside. The rebound by Yabusele. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. The Sixers with another miss. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Bain. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
From the dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Ja. He's always looking to move that ball.
Yabusele. Here's Embiid. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple. Stevens has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Three-pointer Embiid. Oh, look at the range. Joel is good for 3.
Acting fast, but also not rushing. Embiid fires off that pull-up J at his tempo.
Sinks it from distance. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
It was going back and forth for a bit, but now they're certainly looking like the better team. It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort.
Embiid from outside. Memphis with a rebound.
and they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Grizzlies.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jaren Jackson.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
From the arc. A nice shot by Grimes. Payne with it. Pass to Morant. Puts up a deep three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. 32 seconds left in the fourth. Screen by Embiid. Here's Grimes. The rebound by Edey. And so it's Memphis with it. At one point, they led by 16. Jackson outside. Fires away from way outside. Can't connect. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll
In this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Stevens in at the 3 spot. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Edwards, no good. Bane with it, picked up by Edwards. Puts up a deep 3. Bane, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
Now Randall following Jaren Jackson's three-point attempt. For three, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson misses.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Outside Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And here is McDaniel following John Morant's three. Edwards against Payne. Edwards passes to Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a three. Second chance shot. Lets the three fly. Grizzlies with the rebound. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Out to Morant. Puts up a three. Randall grabs the board. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. They trail by 3, and now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Here's McDaniels following the basket by John Morant. And that one drops for him.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
And here is Conley following the three from Jaren Jackson. Conley finds McDaniel. And here's Edwards from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Edwards got 6 points.
I love how competitive Edwards is. He relishes getting revenge like this.
Jackson from long range. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Edwards, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Here's Heaney. Pass to Morant. Jackson, a screen on Conley. Randall grabs the board. The Timberwolves shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Edwards passes to Gobert. And it's Memphis on the break. Payne for 3. And no good that time. Payne with the steal. Got it off in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with their lead standing at 6. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. G.G. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Wells. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Huff in at the 5 spot. And another miss by Memphis. Timberwolves trail by 6. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Kennard covering.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit. and there wasn't much resistance either.
6 to shoot. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. And a deep 3 from Kennard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Alexander Walker passes to Miller. Here's Reed. Hasn't made one yet. Ingles with the ball. Here he goes. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And a deep 3 from Kennard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there. Now Reed. A 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. To the left side wing. Wells wide open. They get it back. Here's Huff. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Huff's got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, that's what you want to see. A player using his height to his advantage against the smaller defender.
Alexander Walker up top. Guarded by Jackson. Shot good by Alexander Walker. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of John Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
Now, here's Kennard. This one for 3. That shot, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And here's Ingles outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson finds Aldama. Memphis moving that ball around. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Aldama. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, launches it. Wells' shot is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Reed hits the three-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Timberwolves have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. There's the triple. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Now just a 2-point Memphis lead.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Drains the three-pointer.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Miller, no up. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. 27 seconds left in the first half. The offensive rebound. Pass to Wells. There's a screen by Aldama. Jacks up a 3. Ingles with the rebound. Alexander Walker on the wing. And that one released in time, but no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Grizzlies lead by 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Jackson misses.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Bane with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Here's Stevens. They grabbed their own miss. With the fadeaway. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Morant's got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis. Gobert the pass to Conley. To stop the run. It's Edwards on the wing. Gobert dishes to Edwards. From the arc. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Gobert. Looking to end his cold spell. They get the rebound. Outside for Randle. Bane against Conley. Gobert in the corner. Another miss by Minnesota. The Grizzlies on offense. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size. Not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic. But it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
From deep three-point territory, the Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. On the wing, Jackson. He's defended by Randle. Jackson misses. Timberwolves trail by 17. Here's McDaniels. Misses the three.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Randle with the bucket.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Grizzlies.
And the Grizzlies leading by 15. A deep three from Bane. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Timberwolves shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. For three, Edwards. The Grizzlies pull it in. Bane's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jackson from long range. Minnesota with the rebound.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McDaniels finds Randle. Stolen by Jackson. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Edey. Fires the three. And a wide open look for Bane. Bangs home the trifecta. Bain's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And here's Conley outside. Here's Gobert, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a sizable lead as the... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then there's Wells. And it's Huff in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Kennard's shot is off.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Ingles passes to Reed. From deep. The Grizzlies pull it in. Aldama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From past the arc. Outside Jackson. Offensive rebound. Fades and shoots. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Miller, no luck. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Here's Wells. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Alexander Walker passes to Ingles. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Huff. Huff's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Wells. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Grizzlies lead by 18. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer. Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Alexander Walker's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. And a deep 3 from Kennard. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Ingles. Fires from deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Here's Reed after Memphis gets the 3. Now, Alexander Walker. Oh, good on the 3. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And here's Kennard. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. From downtown, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Here's Huff. Puts up a deep 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Minnesota again turning it over. 1:33 left to play here in the 4th.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Grizzlies.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
5 to shoot. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Edwards. Doesn't go that time. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. From deep three-point land, Jackson misses. Timberwolves on offense. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Conley finds Gobert. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Memphis in total control. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. All right, DA.
runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
A look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Joel Embiid, George out there with Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the 2.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Here's Yabusele. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Tipped away. And here comes the break. For 3, George. He buries it from 3.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, he voiced how crucial it is to make sure that his defense doesn't allow him any breathing room. He told me, quote, Maxey can get hot in a hurry, so we can't afford to give him open looks. And with his speed, we definitely want to limit his opportunities in the open court. We'll see if the defense can slow his pace, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Conley. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Here's Embiid. There's the triple. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Maxey against Conley. George scanning the floor from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. It's Edwards on the wing. Maxey against Conley. And out of bounds, the 76ers will take it. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 5 from deep. George against Randall. George outside. The 3 is up. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent 3, George adds a lot to this offense.
And here's Edwards outside. Philadelphia grabs the miss. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Pass to Maxey from behind the arc. Drops in the 3.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, VA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
George's shot is off.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Gobert is doubled. Knocked loose. Maxey with it. He's picked up by Conley. Pass to George. Randall against Embiid. For 3, Maxey. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Maxey's got 6 points.
That corner shot, not a problem for Maxey. With his accuracy, he makes short work of that look.
Now Gobert. Right side Conley. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. Philadelphia leading by 9. George outside. From deep three-point land. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Randall finds Conley. Pass to Edwards. The 3. Paul George pulls it in. And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 9. Edwards looking for an opening. Picked by Gobert. 4-3. And Edwards good for 3. He's got 9.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Outside Maxey. Gabaselli. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Philadelphia. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Miller is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Oubre can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 9. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Takes the 3, drains the triple. Doughton's got his first 3 points of the game.
This three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Reid, good.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
Got a piece of it. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Alexander Walker. And it's all from three-point range. The Sixers lead by 7. Outside Oubre. Outside Edwards. Oubre on the wing. Ingles defending. To the wing on the left. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And here's Oubre from the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Pass to Ingles. Outside, DiVincenzo to the paint. It's stolen by Drummond. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. Here's McCain. Offensive board. And here's Oubre from the arc. Miller pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 10. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reid. Here's Miller. We're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Oubre with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
It sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Reid. Drummond grabs the miss.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Stolen by Miller. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Ingles. Outside, DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's Doughton. The kick out to Edwards. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. 43 seconds left in the first half of this game. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Alexander Walker. They still need this. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. And not give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
Over to the left wing. Here's Drummond. From down in the low post, it goes. Drummond's got his first points of the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Gets it off. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so that brings the first half to a close. Sixers ahead. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. Gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. We've got George. Joel Embiid is out there with Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position.
First team foul.
Randall finds Gobert. The kick out to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Maxey. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Conley. No good. The Sixers lead by 11. Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Down low. Pass to George. And it's in there. George has got 11.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Back to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Edwards on target.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Pass to Grimes. And here is Maxey. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Pass to Embiid. Here's Yabusele. For 3, Maxey. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside McDaniels. Picked by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Philadelphia leading by 16. What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer, Allen Iverson, back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
McDaniels from long range. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. That one from long range. Embiid's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. To the paint. It's stolen by Maxey. And he's all alone. He launches a 3. And the 76ers another 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Randall. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by George.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
When Maxey is clicking on all cylinders, he is a tough guy to slow down.
Minnesota has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Out of bounds, it'll be Sixers ball.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on an 18-5 run. George against McDaniels. Jacks up a 3. Here's Yabusele. A deep 3. The kick out to Maxey. Fires from deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
76ers ball.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Here's Maxey. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And that one's good from Conley.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Goes up with the stripe. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And out of bounds, the 76ers will take it. The Sixers lead by 22. Pass to Grimes. Off target with the 3. And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. McDaniels passes to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Hits a 3-pointer.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Here's Grimes. Back to Maxey. Pulls it. Nice shot from the wing.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
George against McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Back to Daniels. Now here's Edwards. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
for three. George finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Edwards. McDaniels against George. McDaniels passes to Randall. Outside Edwards. Here's the three. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. For three, George. Minnesota with a rebound.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Again, the miss by Edwards. Philadelphia leading by 21. Here's Maxey. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 6 rebounds here tonight. Randall finds Edwards. No one near him. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
It's George on the wing. They get the rebound. Pass to Grimes. Philadelphia with another miss.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. From downtown, that's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward. Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
1:43 left to play in the fourth. Embiid. The Sixers with another miss.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Randall on the screen. Edwards, the pass to Randall. Launches it. Again, the miss by Edwards. Philadelphia leading by 18.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the 76ers.
And a big part of their success was the second chance buckets they secured tonight.
Yeah, it's just proof that being aggressive on the boards can pay game-winning dividends.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Tyrese Maxey.
He had a surplus of energy tonight, providing defensive help all over the floor and making it seem like they had 6 guys out there instead of 5.
Let's go with a 3. And another 3 from Minnesota. 44 seconds left in the game. Embiid with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. 3-pointer. Joel Embiid, and that's good. And the 76ers lead by 15.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And the Timberwolves with possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Fires from way outside. No good. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Paul George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Now here's Jackson. From beyond the arc and then some.
From way downtown, Jackson Jr. a big with serious range.
Here's Embiid. Here's Yabusele. Embiid with it. Guarded now by Jackson. It's rebounded by Memphis. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
And it's Morant missing. Philadelphia with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Pass to George. Now Embiid for the 3. Some solid defense there from Jackson. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Morant against Maxey. The Grizzlies with another miss. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Thank you, David. Stripped it away. There's the lob to Jackson. An emphatic W jam.
Goodness, Jackson off the sweet pass. Throw it up to him. Jaren knows what to do.
And it's George missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Morant with a wide open look. Connects from 3-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Morant with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. There's the lob to the hoop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Jock. He's always looking to move that ball.
After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Yabusele. From deep, George. Good on the 3-point shot. George has got 5 points so far.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
They set the pick. And Bane launches it from deep. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Always a threat. 3-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Bane with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Jackson has the open look. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers trail by 6. To the left wing. Here's Grimes. Edey with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Jackson misses. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
A ferocious player in transition. George takes full advantage of the fast break when given the opportunity.
Here's Edey, and the 3 ball is good. 5 points in the game.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's George. And he gets the bucket.
And with his strength, George is not your average swing player. He can get his in the paint.
Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Goes up from the top of the key. And Maxey gets it to go on the assist by George.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Bain, no good. The 76ers trail by 3. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop him now.
Outside, Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Bain's got 6 points.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Memphis out in front. They lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
They've got Kennard. He's out there with Pippen. And it's Aldama in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. The 76ers trail. Edwards passes to Downton. Oubre for 3. Stephens pulls it in. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And a deep 3 from Kennard. And his first shot of the game, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
It seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Oubre, good.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some hope for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it. When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Here's McCain. Up and in on the layup. McCain's got his first points in this one.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Kennard for 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And there's the drive. Oubre inside the three-point line. Out to the wing. Here's McCain. Drills the three-pointer. McCain's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
A fader. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oubre for 3. Pass to McCain. And here's Oubre. Goes back up. Stephens pulls it in.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you. When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
The 76ers with another miss.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Here's Aldama. A miss that time would have put him up. The 76ers lead. For three, Edwards. Offensive rebound. Pass to McCain. Beyond the arc. Here's Doughton. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. He was all alone on that one. Edwards got 6.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Kennard for 3. Traps in the tray. There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Oubre for 3. Pass to McCain. Now here's Drummond. Just 5 on the clock. Oubre, no one around him. Sinks the triple. Oubre's got 8 points here in this quarter. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Aldama. The wing jumper off target. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. 76ers lead by. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Yabusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. Embiid with it. Now defended by Bain. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Grimes passes to Yabusele. Drives to the hoop. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Jackson from long range sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got 8.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the left side wing. And here is Wells. Nothing on the board. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Stolen by Jackson. 4-on-3 break.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Down low. Grimes with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
Here's Edey. Out left to the wing. For the tie. The rebound by Yabusele. 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Grimes passes to George. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up toward the rim. They swipe it. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Oh, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Maxey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Memphis trailing here. Now here's Wells. He has yet to score. Out to Morant. For the lead. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. George passes to Maxey. To the left wing. Here's Grimes. Here's Yabusele. Trains it from beyond the arc.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. There's Jackson with the 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Yabusele kicks to Maxey. No good on the triple. The Grizzlies trail by 5. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Morant for 3. It's good from long range. Morant's got 6.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Here's Maxey. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Jackson looking around for the lead. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
Here's Morant. He's got 6. Jackson, a screen on Maxey. Now here's Morant for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And for Memphis, they're shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. They've got Pippen. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Huff in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Pippen for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Dalton, no good. And here are the Grizzlies now. They trail by 1. Takes the 3. And that one is off. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Huff.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here's Dalton. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
There's a screen by Aldama. They grab their own miss. Outside for Pippen. Pass to Huff. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists in the game. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Dalton, no good. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pippen, the pass to Huff. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
This is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Edwards can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Huff. Feed away. Rebound Andre Drummond.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
3-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCain's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Kennard on the wing. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Pass to Grimes. Embiid wide open. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Embiid's got his first points of the game.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Puff passes to Morant. Shot clock at 6. A 3-ball. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Right side, George. Pass to Maxey. Driving inside. Here's Grimes. Outside, George. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Memphis making a change here. Edey's checked in. Memphis has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And another miss by Memphis. 76ers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
There's Jackson with the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Pass to Yabusele. Payne against Maxey. Another miss by Maxey. Morant scanning the floor, trying to get something going, nails the triple.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Jackson, a screen on Maxey. For the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Jackson for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You have to account for Jackson Jr. in the corner. I mean, he's an excellent three-point shooter.
Right side Conley. It's not going to go for him. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Edwards against Bane. Jackson the screen from deep three-point range. It doesn't go for him. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
There's the 3. And there's Jackson on the assist by Moran. Jackson's got 6.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Oh, that is a stone-cold 3 by the Ant-Man.
Memphis has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. There's Jackson with the 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Outside Edwards. The 3 is up. And he can't get that one. For Memphis, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Payne with a screen on Edwards. There's Jackson with the 3. Outside Morant. Lets it go from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. Outside Conley. Shoots over Morant. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Fires it. That doesn't go either for Jackson.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Wing shot on the way. And he drops that one in. Give him 8.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
Fires the 3. Wells misses. And so Randle will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
2 minutes remaining in the fight. 2 minutes.
Edwards looking for an opening over Bane. Shot is good by Edwards.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Edey, that's good.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
Pass to Edwards. Randle, a screen on Bane. Here's Edwards. And stolen by Bane. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, John Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks. Now here's McDaniels. Still no points. Bane with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Moran against Conley. And there's a pick for 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Edey. Checked by Randle. Jackson outside. And here's Morant. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Randle finds McDaniels. "20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Randle, the pass to Edwards. To end the run. The rebound by Jackson.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Memphis ahead, leading by... If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Memphis?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And they've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
We've got Luke Kennard, and it's Aldama in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. DiVincenzo on the wing. From outside the arc. Huff pulls it in. Memphis leading by 5. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Boy, they need something to go.
Oh, my!
Wow! Way up there in the rafters!
No one is stopping that. That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Here's Pippen. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Timberwolves trail by 6. Miller, the pass to Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. Right side Reed. The 3. And the three-pointer goes. Reed's got 5 points.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Good. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Kennard for 3. The offensive rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Alexander Walker with the bucket.
I'll tell you, Joe Ingles is proving that as a passer, he is a special player.
Huff. Off the mark there with a 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Ingles against Kennard. Ingles, good. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Reed for 3. Fires in the triple. Now it's a 4-point Minnesota lead.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
Shot to stop the run. Aldama outside. There's a screen. Another shot. And it falls all over the rim and in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Reed finds Ingles. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Ingles. Reed's got 13 points now in the quarter. Aldama outside. That 3's off the mark. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. Ooh, poked away. And they're on the break. Kennard for 3. Launches it from deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Kennard's got 6.
Oh my goodness, Luke Kennard from the next zip code. Good night.
Reed for 3. Kennard with the rebound. Memphis shooting around 29% in quarter number 2. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. The layup misses. Pretty even game going here in Memphis. Aldama outside. To the left side wing. Launches a 3. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Got it up. Oh, with the clock running down, he nails a big shot.
Big shot taker, big shot maker.
That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Memphis ahead, up by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You look at Naz Reid. What a contribution here.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Joe Ingles is out there with Miller. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in a 2-guard. Wells, the pass to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Outside for Moran. Puts up a 3. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, PA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the 3-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's Morant outside. Oh, Morant sinks the triple.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
Gobert with a screen on Morant. Bain against Edwards. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. Bain against Edwards. To the middle. Outside for Moran. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Memphis.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Jackson can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 10. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Gobert with a screen on Bain. Pass to McDaniels. On the break. And the dunk by Jackson.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Edwards for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's the 3. He drops it from range. Wells has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gobert finds Conley. Randall, a screen on Bain. Edwards for 3. The triple hits for Edwards.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Timberwolves trail by 12. There's a minute 26 left in the third quarter of the game. Gobert passes to Edwards. Lets the three fly. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Ooh, he dialed that one up from long distance. Kennard's got 9 points. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Reed for three. The shot no good. Grizzlies lead by 15. Here's Stevens. Three-pointer, no good. And so it's Minnesota with it. Out of bounds, it'll be Grizzlies ball.
Memphis ball.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Aldama outside. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Huff. Beyond the arc. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's DiVincenzo. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies up 15 points as this quarter concludes. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, and stranger things have happened. We've got Santi Aldama, and it's Huff in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Kennard for three. Connects from downtown.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Miller. Drains the triple. Miller's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Some changes for Memphis. Clark has checked in for Aldama, and it's Vince Williams in for Pippen. Clark with a screen on Edwards. Kennard for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Down by 15. Back to Conley. Pass to Randall. Edwards for 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Clark with a screen on Edwards. Clark outside. Fires the 3. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 12. And here's Edwards outside. They get it again. Let's go with a 3. Gobert passes to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Randall with it. Randall a screen on Clark. 5 to shoot. And here's Edwards outside. He buries it from 3. Edwards has got 19 points.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
And the Timberwolves with possession. Right now on a 9-0 run. Conley with the ball, and Kennard picks him up defensively. Gobert passes to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Corner shot. Kept alive by Minnesota. Now here's Edwards. Tight defense on him. Second shot opportunity. Gobert hammers it home.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
They set the pick. Can arc for three. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Outside Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Gobert. Shoots. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from Gobert. Edwards has got 8 here in this quarter.
Great dime by Gobert. Scans the floor well to find his teammates.
Edwards against Williams. Here's Stevens. This one for 3. Hart, the pass to Huff. From deep three-point land. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Rudy, a monster inside.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Fires the 3. Huff, good. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Outside Conley. Edwards, the pass to Randall. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Williams. Edwards for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. They led by as many as 18. Here's Huff, defended by Gobert. Williams from long range. Sinks the tray.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game, they